Hi. Hello team. I hope everyone were doing good. Actually, today we are going to see about a new topic. Actually, medical coding. It's medical coding. Uh, I don't know whether everyone are aware about this medical coding. Uh, Actually, I don't have any knowledge how we are aware of this topic. But I will explain you few basic things about medical coding today. Actually, I'm Adeline Binusha. I'm a biomedical engineer. I'm working in a medical writing field. Okay. We can move on to the topic medical coding. These are the contents we are going to see today. First one, what is medical coding? The function of medical coding process, types of medical codes, medical records, elements of medical records, and two encounters. That is one face-to-face and another one non-face-to-face. And what are the basic steps in medical coding? Okay. First, what is medical coding? Okay, we can separate the words. What is first we can learn about code? Yes, it is very familiar to us, right? It is a secret message or very confidential message which we need to be transferred from one person to another or one place to another. It's called code. Okay, usually it's very common thing between two friends. They might have some secrets, right? Among them, there might be some secret. They will transferring those details with a code word or some signatures, some actions. They are called codes. Okay, how these codes are implemented in medical? Then what is medical code? First, medical code means characterizing a medical diagnosis or procedure or a treatment done by the medical provider or healthcare provider to the patient. Who is this medical healthcare provider? It's a doctor. Okay. Then, okay, what is medical code now? The patient or visiting the doctor for getting the consultation about their disabilities or some issues in their body. Now the doctor will examine them and he or she will note all the medical conditions. He will diagnose the medical conditions and he will write a report. That is called medical report or medical record. Okay. Now the diagnosis conditions or a procedure or the treatment given to the patient is recorded. Okay. This record was transforming to a code. This transformation was done by a medical coder. Okay. This is called medical code. The codes which are assigned to the medical conditions or the treatments or the procedure is called medical code. Then what is medical coding? As I already explained you, is the process of transforming description of medical diagnosis or procedures into universally standard medical codes. These codes are not assigned by a not created by a medical coder. These are not a this isn't that code which was created by the medical coder. It was a universally standard medical code. These codes are confidentially maintained by the professional societies or the public health organizations. It's completely created and maintained by WHO. It's World Health Organization. Okay. Next, what is the function of medical coding? First, the medical coder is a person who transforms the medical diagnosis and procedure and treatment into appropriate numeric or alphanumeric code. Okay, these codes may be a numeric or there may be some alphanumeric, some alphabet also may be there or some numerical numbers also will be there. These are the medical codes. I will explain how we need to assign the codes, how the codes will be. I will show you that. Okay, next, the job of the medical coder is to glean the vital information from the medical report. What is medical report? Already I explained to you. It's a medical record or medical report or the diagnosis, procedures or treatment done by the provider to the patient. He will maintain a record. This is called medical report. And the coder will assign the appropriate code to all diagnoses recorded by the provider. Okay, this is the job of the medical coder. Medical coder acts as a liaison between healthcare provider and the billing department. Okay. Now, the billing department is coming into picture. What is billing? Medical billing. What is medical billing? Medical coding is different, medical billing is different, and another one department is the medical transcription or transcriptor. Another one department is there. Totally three departments are there. Okay. Now I will give a brief about the medical billing. It's a practicing of helping the physicians or the healthcare centers getting the reimbursement of services given to the patients. Okay, I'll explain this. First, the doctor will list out all the diagnoses. These diagnoses will be now carry forward or handed over to the medical coder. The coder will assign the appropriate codes to each and every diagnosis or the procedures. These codes will be now handed over to who? Medical billing department. The medical biller will assign or code the amount for each and every diagnosis. For example, there is diabetics, a patient with diabetics, and he's taking a regular meditations for each and every day, taking some one or two pills. Okay, for each and every medicine and for consultation and for this, there might be they might take some laboratory test, right? For all those, he will assign the amount. This amount will be handed over to the healthcare sentence. There might be some medical insurances, some healthcare sentence. The patients might using life insurances for all these purpose. They will use this medical billing department. Okay. Hope I'm very clear with this. If there is any doubt, kindly let me know. Okay. Now, the process of medical coding. Okay. First, what are the overall process we are doing? First, the patient visit the doctor. The doctor examines the patient and records all the problems or the conditions with that patient. For example, diabetes, okay, or some hypertension, something. Or you can take your own as an condition as an example. Okay, now the medical transcriptionist is already given this word. Medical transcriptionist transcript the medical report. Usually, doctor used to scribble the medical conditions, right? The handwriting or the records won't be very proper. It won't be a proper structure. Simply, he will scribble all the conditions and the meditations what they he examined. He won't have the proper time or appropriate time to do all the records very clearly. So there is an intermediate person who called medical transcriptionist. He or she will transcribe the conditions to a proper medical report. Okay, now this medical report is handed over to medical coder to code the diagnosis. Okay, then this code will be handed over to medical biller who prepares a claim for the codes. He or she will code. Medical biller will code the amount for each and every diagnosis, and this they will claim the amount or some insurance for the external purpose. They will use that. Okay, this is the process of medical coding. Okay, now we are properly entering into the medical code. We already studied what is medical code, what are coding, what is the code, what is medical billing, medical transcriptionist, everything, every basics I have explained you clearly. Okay, now we are jumping into medical code types. There are three types. Okay, ICD-10, the International Classification of Disease, the 10th edition. Then CPT, it is the current procedural terminology. And HCPCS level 2. This is Healthcare Common Procedural Coding System, and it is based on CPT. Okay, these are the three types of codes, but as of now, ICD-10 is in progress. ICD-10 is the International Classification of Disease. It is like a huge codes. Okay, it's more than 14,000 of codes are there. It is a large book. Coding book will be very big, and this is in alphabetical order. We need to how we can search the code. It is in alphabetical order. It's like a dictionary. All as of all, we all are using a dictionary, right? It's the same dictionary format. I'll explain you that clearly. Next slide. Okay, I will explain each and every coding types of code. The first one is we are seeing about ICD-10. It's a ICD. What is ICD? International Classification of Disease. This code was